It's about a kind of screwed up family that sort of does a lot of screwy stuff, I guess. It's about weird people that do weird stuff, you know. It was written by John Polano as a play, you know, and I remember reading it and thinking, oh wow, it made me think of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, with a family full of Virginia Wolves. So I was trying to think of where can I, you know, find these people, you know. The first was what's the Ruth Sandy wolves, and I think I got very lucky with these two. And then I'm always looking for people that don't exist, you know, William Holden and people like that. So luckily, me and Ed had known each other from him being a mentor over at Sundance Labs. So I wrote him one of my weird emails late at night, and he read it. And so it was just one of those weird things, and you know, oh yeah, everyone look at the people. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah.
Well, I auditioned in 2022, and I really enjoyed, you know, the character DJ, and so I put a lot into that audition. And you know, Dito Zoom called me, and that doesn't usually happen when a director just calls you after an audition. And he really worked with me and explained who DJ was, and you know, how I could connect more to the character. And the whole process took about a year, and I found out that I booked it, and I was excited. Well, DJ is a very intelligent kid. He's going off to college soon. It's happening in the movie, and he's also pretty, you know, a little naive. You know, the world that Vincent and Sandy build for him, that's his bubble. So when Rocco and Marina and Ruth come in, they shake up his entire world. And you know, he's also very inquisitive, so he's always asking questions, and you know, that, you know, gets his head chopped off eventually.
I was lucky enough that Jennifer came on first. Again, I was Elizabeth Taylor. I was thinking, who could pull this scene off? You know, a lot of these, and so I was very excited when I heard that she responded to the script. So
I could relate to her in many ways. I was sort of a big partier in my youth, always trying to hold on to men that were no longer interested. And I know I related to about, you know, like there were like 12 things on the list, right? I felt like sometimes I just sort of look at a role and I'm like, there's just no way I could do this. But I felt like there's enough of my own stuff that I could sort of, you know, it would help. And I just really Ruth has great lines, you know, it was, you know, as you see the big response John Polano got today, at the theater, it's because he really did write this crazy great script, and it's everyone wants to be on the thing that's really clever and cool and hilarious and painful. We all want to be on one of those.
Well, you know, I had met Dito. I don't remember what year it was, but it was a while back at the Sundance Film Lab. You know, he was working on the Guide to Recognizing Your Saints, and so, which I really appreciate. I thought that was a really good film. And he wanted me to be part of this. I read the script. I thought it was great. Jennifer was involved. I was, you know, I'd seen Jennifer in the White Lotus thing and a couple other things, and you couldn't help but chuckle. You know, I figured, yeah, this was going to be fun, and it seemed like a fun, you know, as a guy who's trying to live a different life, whose past catches up to him, and it seemed pretty interesting to me. So I said, sure.
We had a lot of conversations. I had a lot of questions. And ultimately, I just felt comfortable. And I was very excited to play a character whose life is very much encased in shame and a fear of public humiliation. And what happens when life is lifing and you still have these, you know, fears and issues.
So my character name is Marina, and she's pregnant, and I'm pregnant currently. It's not a prosthetic belly, it's actually a real belly. So I guess I went full method for this one. But yes, she's Italian, like I am. She's got a golden art, but at the same time she's got that kind of edginess about her. And she's obviously in love and head over heels for Rocco. And I really enjoyed working with Louis. He was incredible, and he's such a great actor. And yeah, I got involved basically auditioning. Then I haven't heard for a while. And then the famous call and my manager saying that Dito wanted to meet me. And then the rest is history.
I read the script, and someone sent me Dito's other movie called A Guide to Understanding Your Saints. And I said, this guy knows what he's doing. And it happened to be shooting near my home, and happening next week. So it was just a convenience thing for me, really.
It was nuts. I mean, it was 22 days, you know, so it's one of those.
Was that it?
Yeah, 22 days, you know.
It was so fast.
Yeah, it was a lot of madness, and you know, great actors make life a little easier. And you know, it always felt to me when I first read it like a bunch of decent people. Maybe that's questionable, but in very indecent situations, and that excited me. That they to see how these people, how the actors could take these guys that I love all of them. You know, the characters. You know, so it felt very exciting to see how complex they can get. You know, I mean, they do some pretty bad stuff, but you know. You know, Ray Liotta is one of my good friends, and he once said, why don't you do anything funny? I said, nobody thinks I'm funny. And he says, you are. And I said, wait, you can't say. I said, funny how? I got to say that to my friend Ray. So that was one of my great moments of movie history. So, yeah. And the funny thing is, I was the only person that didn't think it was funny. I mean, I thought there was funny stuff, you know, but I thought, I felt like I loved Ruth, and I thought, oh, God, she's like, well, my sister's kind of like a little like that. She switches thinking very quickly. So I kind of loved them all, and I was like, I remember when they said it's a comedy, I was like, why is people saying it's funny? I want to say, it's not, don't laugh at that, you know? But it is funny, I guess, yeah. I hope they like it. I mean, you know, I like it, so I guess that's a good start for me, you know?
It's entertaining.
I hope they take away that this is a really wacky family, but we show up for each other.
And kill each other, I guess.
And there's a lot of killing. Yeah. Beware.